Welcome, friends. Let us continue studying some more portion of this Yoga Vaashishtha Maha Ramayanam, Trutiya Utpatthi Prakaranam, Leelopakhyanam. So much of Vedantic Jnanam given, Sadhana told, Yoga Jnanam given. Now Leela asks, so Mother Saraswati takes her to that loka. Incidentally, there, Yuddha is happening. And then that portion can be skipped, but without skipping many details, Shri Vasishtha ji is telling Rama because Rama was interested to know. Because Vasishtha ji told Rama heard, Valmiki ji also has written it in the book without editing. Therefore, we are also without skipping studying that portion too. Though they are grossly mere details, certainly from them also many things we can learn. One of the thing is when such terrible, ferocious war, yuddha, is heard, our mind gets prepared mentally that any such things anytime happen, it is not an excitement or a fear to us. Not that we will be escaping its influence completely, but at least its effect will be not so intense to bother us. So too, from the sadhana standpoint, such yuddhas keep on happening in the outer world, in the universe, continuously, wherever an individual or group are there, uh, in their own ego or selfishness, right? Then, if they are in ego and selfishness, they themselves wage the war against others and try to occupy their kingdoms. Or somebody themselves are negative, then when their negativity goes beyond the control and limit, somebody will come noble, maybe sent by the divine only. He himself will wage the war to eliminate that negative. Like either Ravana the negative will attack all lokas and become tyrannical, or Rama himself will cross that ocean, go wage war and finish Ravana. In either the case, that Bhayankara Yuddha keeps on happening. We, when we are at the Upadhi level, somewhere or the other, directly or indirectly, we too have to take part in the war directly or will be influenced by the consequence or effect of the war. Understood? Like in my country, if there is a war, directly I may be a soldier to fight there. Indirectly, I may be a truck driver taking the arms ammunition or a cook in that army making the food. I'm also taking part. Even if not doing anything, by being a citizen merely of the nation, I am taking part in the war because I am paying the taxes. With that only, all the money government is collecting and is preparing the weapons or empowering the soldiers, etc. Isn't it? Definitely, I am taking part. My thoughts, my sankalpas, my prayers. So too, when the war is ended, the consequences also I go through. If I am defeated, that pain. If I am my team victorious, I am happy. With the destruction, the cost of living will increase, isn't it? Then I'll be facing that so many ways. The sadness, the regrets, the guilts. How many ways we are also part of it. So then how to go beyond all this? Only one way. Really is the Sadvastu, the Chidakasha. From that standpoint, all these are happening yet not happening because they're all Vyashti, Samashti, Sankalpa and Maya. सत्य तो नहीं है. So therefore, Adhisthana Drishti only is the way to escape these things permanently. And this subject is not at all new. A little difference only is there. In the Shastras like Bhagavad Gita, etc., umpteen number of times these topics came. There Arjuna asked question as to how to go beyond karma and karma phala chakra. The only is yato atmaratriyeva syat atmatuptascha manavah atmanyeva cha santushtah tasya karyam na vidyate. Isn't it? Only Atma Jnani free from karma. This also is karma and karma phala. Only addition it is a yuddha karma wherein each one is even killing directly. Everything is karma among the karmas. This is seemingly terrible karma. Because आंखों के सामने अपने ही आयुधों से दूसरों को मार रहे हैं या दूसरों के हाथ में मर रहे हैं. Even this is also karma. So therefore, yuddha karma or samsara yuddha karma or karma itself which is yuddha will continue to a jiva when he is in his ignorance that he and the Jagat and other jivas and the Ishvara, they are all other than apart from Brahman independent. As long as this ignorance notion there, so long we will be going through karma phala chakra. To convey this only, all these topics we have to study. है ना? Like in the Gulf, there is war happening. We are onlookers from some thousands of kilometers distance. Who knows during our own Ramayana Mahabharata war or later on wars which happened, the Ashoka's Kalinga war or maybe the war of the Indian kings with the Mughals and all. We may be a jiva participating in one of them, either as a horse or elephant or even a khachar, or as any of soldier. पता नहीं, याद नहीं रहता हमको. Understood? All this should convey to us that I am an Ajnana born Jiva and Upaditadatmya born Samsari. I have to come out of both. By detaching from the Upadis, be free from Samsara. By realizing the Self, be free from the Ajnana and Jiva Bhava. May this click to us. घूम फिरा के सारे शास्त्रों का यही फाइनल अर्थ निकलता है. Let us see today. We will conclude this 34th Sarga. 35th we will little chant also and see how much we can do. Heavy topics, they are all only Yuddha Varnana. Will be there for, as I told you, mentally prepared you for next 5-6 Sargas. I am not going to leave them. We will be chanting them continuously. And just to see Varnana, every sloka and in a relaxed mode. उनमें से कुछ अभी जो बताया, something to be learn. Some vision to be developed, positive, develop. Some vairagya to be gained, gain it. Some positive mood comes to pray for the world to be at peace, do that. वैसे through every of these things, सीखने को करने को many are there. ओम 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 सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ओम शांति शांति शांति. ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म भक्ति योग धर्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः. ओम यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्य प्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्व वेदान्ताः सच्चास्त्राः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्. ओम श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं रामनामवरानने. ओम ब्रह्मानंदं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म भक्ति योग धर्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे वसिष्ठादि ऋषिभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपा अनुग्रहेण उपनिषद योग वासिष्ठ महारामायणोक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्ष कैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थं श्रुति स्मृति पुराणे इतिहास संतवाङ्मयोक्त साध्य साधनानुभव सिद्ध्यर्थं तत्रोक्त ऋषिमुनि गुरुदेवता दर्शनानुग्रहानुभव प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातन धर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्वाध्यात्मिक प्रगत्यर्थम धर्म संस्थापकानां नित्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिव कृष्णादि मंदिरादीनां पुनर्वाप्ते तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुविघ्न समूल निर्मूलन पूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक हिंदव संस्कृतेः धर्ममोक्ष पुरुषार्थानां सुसंप्रतिष्ठा अवाप्त्यर्थम अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयार्थम तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित श्री राम वशिष्ठ संवाद रूप श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण स्मृति मोक्ष शास्त्रस्य पारायणम् अध्ययनं साधना प्रयत्नं मुक्त्यर्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। मंगलाचरण श्लोकाः। ओम यतः सर्वाणि भूतानि प्रतिभान्ति स्थितानि च यत्रैवोपशमं यान्ति तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः। ज्ञाता ज्ञानं तथा ज्ञेयं द्रष्टा दर्शनदृश्यभूः कर्ता हेतुः क्रिया यस्मात् तस्मै ज्ञप्त्यात्मने नमः। स्फुरन्ति सीकरा यस्मात् आनन्दस्याम्बरेवनौ सर्वेषां जीवनं तस्मै ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः। दिवि भूमौ तथाकाशे बहिरन्तश्च मे विभुः यो विभात्यवभासात्मा तस्मै सर्वात्मने नमः। सत्यं ज्ञानमनन्तमेकमजरं नित्यं विभुं शाश्वतं प्रत्यग्ब्रह्मरसायनं सुखगनं पूर्णं परं पावनं स्वात्मज्योतिरनादिमध्यनिधनं मायाविलासैर्मुहुः विश्वाधारमपास्तमायमभयं वन्दे विशुद्धं पदं। ज्ञानादेवात्मनो मोक्षः न तु कर्मसमाधिभिः अज्ञातोऽसौ स्वसदृश्यं सृजत्येवेति कीर्त्यते। तस्मै श्रीगुरवे वसिष्ठमुनये नित्यं नमस्कुर्महे। विश्वामित्र मुनिं शरण्यमनघं भूयो नमस्याम्यहं। तस्मै वाल्मीकये श्री गुरुतमगुरवे भूरिभावैर्नताः स्मः। पूर्णानन्दस्वभावः स्वजनहितकृते माययोपात्तकायः कारुण्यादुद्दिदीर्षुर्जनमनवरतं मोहपङ्के निमग्नम् आवेश्यान्तर्वसिष्ठं बहिरभिकलयन् शिष्यभावं वितेने यः संवादेन शास्त्रामृतजलधिममुं रामचन्द्रं प्रपद्ये। ओम श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्री वशिष्ठादिऋषिभ्यो नमः। श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रम तृतीय उत्पत्ति प्रकरणम लीलोपाख्याने रण प्रेक्षक जन उक्ति वर्णनम नाम चतुस्त्रिंशः सर्गः। श्री वशिष्ठ उवाच Yesterday we saw up to the shloka sankhya 46 up to. It is having only 52 mantras, 53. Let us finish them 5-10 minutes. Go to the next. Om Anantarakta Samsakta Sannavanatalayudhaihi Bhuvanam Bhati Abhijwalam Agniloka Iva Akulam. See, in that Bhayankara Yuddha, some people are saying it and doing the Varnana. Anantarakta Samsakta. Anantarakta, uncountable, immeasurable, is the blood that is there. Samsakta Sanna Avanitala Ayudaihi. See, the bhumi also full of rakta, Ayudha are also full of the rakta. Imagine that picture. Jahan bhi dekho kon kon. An example is a heavy rain rained. At that time, you see on the roads, everywhere there were roads and trees and walls and houses, all are drenched in water. So too the people who are traveling in the train, whether two-wheelers or cars with umbrella, they all also are drained with the water, drenched in the water. Instead of water, see the blood. Anywhere there is blood, and those are having ayudhas in the hands, or the ayudhas fallen on the ground, full of the blood. Not even one without rakta, because युद्ध होकर बहुत समय हो रहा है, युद्ध शुरू होकर, है ना? So when the yuddha never started, didn't start, all ayudhas are fresh, and the whole ground is neat, clean. And halfway the yuddha, everywhere blood, and the ayudhas too. So how it was looking? Bhuvanam bhati. The whole bhumi was appearing. What? Avijwalam Agni Loka iva akula. It is Agni Loka ki tara, Avijwala Agni Loka. Whole place is full of the Jwala Yukta Agni only. That redness of the blood, and then the talwar or weapons with that blood appearing to be the Agni Jwala only. Each one Agni Jwalas, total place is Agni Loka. Let us say a 20-30 square meters of the place is full of Agni. The whole place is called Agni Loka. And within that, each of the place, depending on the fuel, the blazing Agni. That's called Agni Jwala. So the isolated, located blood is Agni Jwala. Total blood pool is Agni Loka. It was appearing like that, blood like Agni. Next, Bhushundi Shakti Shulasi Musala Prasa Vrushtaya Anyonya Cheda Bheda Bhyam Kara Prakarato Apatan. See, Bhushundi is the Ayudha, Shakti another, Shula another, Asi, sword, Musala, Prasa, these which are in the hands of the Yodhas, when they are fighting with each of them, these weapons, Anyonya Cheda Bhedabhyam, because of doing the Chedana, Bhedana mutually, Vrishtayaha, like the rains, Karaprakarataha, from the hands of them, Apatan, in all the four directions, they are falling. तो युद्ध कर रहे हैं, तलवार बाण कट रहे हैं, टूट रहे हैं एक दूसरे को लगकर, दे आर फॉलिंग इन डिफरेंट प्लेसेस लाइक द वर्षा ओनली, चारों दिशाओं. Imagine that scene, that all these ayudas. Then if the ayudas are intact, another yoda will lift it if he knows how to use it. Again he will fight with it. But the ayuda टुकड़े होकर गिर रहे हैं इधर उधर. ओके, अन्योन्य छेद भेदाभ्याम कर प्रकरतः अपतन. Okay, kara prakarta means from the hands, the falling here and there. Then अक्षोभ एक प्रहरणात् यातु धान्योन्य चेष्टितं संरंभ अवेक्षण प्रज्ञम रणम स्वप्नमिव स्थितम्. See, this somebody who is in the pure Vedantic drishti of the tattva fully understood, on that tattva kalpita chitta understood, and in the chitta the vritti is understood, and the vritti pravaha is the jagat. The whole world is nothing but experiences. Experiences are nothing but the flow of the thoughts. Thoughts are the contents in the mind. Mind is the maya at play, or mind is the objectified subjective self. Those who have understood this pure Vedanta, they are seeing karmani akarmaya pashyet. They are saying this yuddha is swapnavat only. All these sainyas are just stationary, only a play of Maya, Leela is going on. So he is comparing all Sainikas with himself from the Tattva Drushti, wherein Tattva is Nischala Kutastha always. And in that, things will keep on happening out of Maya. Isn't it? Water remaining same, the waves appear on it out of Maya. Same way. Akshobha eka praharanat. Sorry. Huh. Akshobha eka praharanat. Hmm? Yatu dhanya anyonya cheshtitam. It's only the yatu dhanas doing the anyonya cheshta. The yatu dhana means the subtle bodiless beings, which here you can talk them as the thoughts only. Sambhramba avekshana prajnam ranam. This whole rana is just being seen by all the individualities, fought by the the yatudhana, the thoughts which are maya uttita. Therefore, ranam swapnam iva sthitam. Hmm. Another thing is, these are all such an innocent beings that they have to die. Then the cumulative prarabdha of them of to die has come here and playing the play of the Rana Yuddha happening. Very mystical way of saying it. And it's like 50, 60 of them traveling in a bus. Suddenly the bus fell in the valley and all 50 died. Isn't it? Emotions apart, regrets, guilts apart, blaming the driver or the government or the roads apart, relief measures are apart, they keep on happening continuously. But at the subtle level, these 50 jivas have to die in one way, same way. Therefore, without their knowledge, otherwise, why should they travel only in that bus? Why not the before one, after one? At that time only, on that day only, along with the same people. And sometimes you see, some people book the bus but they miss the bus, so उनको उस दिन मरना नहीं है. अदर फेलो को जाना ही नहीं था बट किसी ने धक्का करके उसको ले गया उसमें. So that cumulative subtle effect, power that they have to die together has taken them there into that bus. Some force has to work, no? This is not public. Everybody cannot know these mystical things. We only talk at the Laukika Vyavahara level, and that is true at that level. At the same time, there are very subtle reasons also behind. So too in this Gulf War now. It's not accidental at all. Whoever is involved, not involved, it's all there is a cumulative effect. So here, somebody who has understood this Vyashti Samashti Avidya Karya and the position of the substratum. He says Yuddha is like Swapna, only that the Samashti Prarabdha, like Yatudhana, made a Yuddha happen wherein these participants have to die, therefore they went to die there. Like in the yesterday World Cup match, these Indian players, they have to get name and fame and money. Okay, then further they have a lot of punya they have done. They also have the interest in that particular sport. सब मिलकर उनको वो मौका मिलता है. That they have to get victory, that joy, that name and fame, all of that. नहीं तो एक्सीडेंटल नहीं होगा इस जगत में. दिस होल वर्ल्ड इज कर्म कर्म फल. कोई एक्सीडेंटल नहीं होता. Isn't it? In that those who are most expected or talented or deserve the place from our standpoint, they won't get the chance. The other fellow never deserves what because some recommendation or some favoritism, he gets the chance. So we talk it that way from the Stula standpoint. Even those who are showing favors, they cannot do it by their own. They are not Ishvara. In that also there is Samashti Prarabdha. Nobody can do anything on their own. It is Ishvara Shakti. Remember it. That's why nobody can be blamed. Ishvara you can't blame because he never does anything wrong. Then what is there? Anything happens. How to use it for Vairagya, how to use it for Mumukshvata. This is the only thing called as wisdom. in every happening of this world, whether it is profit or loss, success or failure, victory or defeat, anything. A very subtle thought I shared, whether you catch or not. Okay, here it is appearing like dream for someone. A Samashti Shakti who has to take away these jivas operating there in the form of Yuddha. In that Yuddha, not only human beings, Sainya, even the elephant, the horses, they also are expected to die in that. That's how they are there. And not that everybody dies. Somebody is amputated, somebody is wounded, isn't it? Somebody is, some limbs only cut. Somebody is fully intact. ये खरोच भी नहीं आया. He fought all the 18 days war, but एक खरोच भी नहीं आया. उसका वो प्रारब्ध, like Duryodhanadi. All 99 died, but one fellow who joined Pandavas on the announcement of Yudhishthira that war is starting, if anybody from that side want to join my side, can join. तो ये एक आ जाता है, उसका नाम युत्सु समथिंग इज देयर. ही इज ओनली वन सेव्ड, ऑल 99 डाइड. ओके. अनन्य शब्दाविरत हतातिरणज्झणैः गायति वक्षतक्षोभम उदितो रणभैरवः. Another outlook by another visionary. He may be actually seeing that, or it can be his projection, or it may be in his wisdom, or it is his a revelation to him. Ananya Shabda, Ananya Shabda, Avirata Shabda, Hatahati Ranajhanaihi. So when both of them, each of them mutually hitting each other with the ayudas, with the fists, terribly when they are fighting, in that way, Rana, Jhana, Ghana, variety of Shabdas are coming. And those sounds are what? Is a song sung by Rana Bhairavaha. He is enjoying that yuddha and he is singing the song. Another Rana Bhairava enjoys when the terrible Rana happens. And in that, the people, when they beat each other, kill each other, he enjoys that Rana Bhairava. And in his joy, he is singing the song. That song is the sound of this mutual war. So when they are hitting with arrows or shouting at each other, or Rana Bhairavas, Ananda Gana, Ananda song. Because that Rana Bhairava ka kaam hi enjoying that yuddha. Like in the human beings too, there are some people who always like to see the action movies of fight. And there are some movies, like the Chinese martial arts movie, anyone, shuru se ant, the continuously yuddha. There are some children, always they get those videos, whatever, of yuddha. So, a child is an example, like Rana Bhairav. He enjoys it. Not all, some like the other type of comedy movies. Some serious movies. Some like the emotional movie. Some like some movies which convey some message. There are some people who have seen all the Desha Bhakti movies that are released in our country. They are fond of it. कोई एक होते हैं हमारे जैसे, कोई एक भी नहीं देखा होगा कोई. Some people are there who watch all the real Daiva Bhakti movies. All the Daiva Bhakti movies they watch. They enjoy it. कोई होता है कि एक भी भगवान का सिनेमा देखा ही नहीं जिंदगी में. भगवान का मीन्स the God related hundreds of movies which have come. So this Rana Bhairava singing the song, appearing, the sound is appearing like that for someone. अरे देख रण भैरव का गाना मुझे सुनाई दे रहा है. In the sounds that are produced when they are continuously shouting at each other, fighting with each other, producing various sounds. So अन्योन्य रण हेति, अनन्य शब्दाविरत हता इति रणज्झणैः गायति इव क्षतक्षोभ मुदितः रणभैरवः. क्षतक्षोभ मुदितः. So Rana Bhairava is mudita, happy, seeing the Kshatakshobha, the people's Shobha who are Kshatagatra there. You know, he is enjoying that. That is what he's meant for that. He's like that. Okay. Like there is Ananda Bhairava also is there. Rana Bhairava also is there. Okay. Next. Anyonya Ranaheti Ugra Churna Purno Rana Arnavaha Valukamaya Eva Bhut Chinna Chatra Tarangakaha Rana Arnava. That whole Yuddha Samudra. Anyonya Rana Heti Ugra Churna Purna. So, in the terrible Rana, their mutual ayudas hit by each other, becoming powdered and pieces, etc. In that Rana Yuddha, they are appearing like the Valuka, matlab the sand in the beach. Then, a Chinna Chatra Taranga Kaha, all the Chatras that are broken are appearing like the Taranga. So, the Yuddha is the Samudra, all the Chatra broken are the Tarangas, the Ayudhas broken and pieces of them are like the Valuka, the sand. So the sand of the weapons and the waves of the Chatra Chamara, so many spread around in that Yuddha or Rana Samudra. Anyonya Rana Heti Ugra Churna Purnaha Rana Arnavaha Valukamaya Eva Abhut Chinna Chatra Tarangakaha. I think why I am studying, this, to learn Sanskrit, to see how the poet has used the entire grammar of sandhis, vibhaktis, then what do you call the kala, bhuta, bhavishvat, vartamana, kalas, then vachanas, eka, dvitri, vachana, all the variety of samasa. That much grammar I don't know Sanskrit, but I can feel. Like, see, Anyonya Rana Heti Ugra Churna Purnaha Rana Arnavaha. In that Rana Arnavaha, Ugra Churna say Purna hai. What is the Churna? Anyonya Rana Heti. And if that Anyonya Rana Heti, Ayudas have become Churna Purna in that Rana Arnava, that Churna with what you are comparing it, Valukamaya Eva Abhut. Abhut means appearing like the Valuka, the Bhalu, the Mitti. And what about the Chatras? Chinna Chatra Tarangaka. The Chatras that are Chinna Vinna broken, they are appearing like Taranga. Mm. A picture, anything when you see the sky full of clouds, you can see a Gandharva Pattanam. When you see the arrangement of trees, some scene you can imagine. So here also, the Yuddha Bhumi is like Samudra, and the Chatras are the waves, and all the Ayudha powdered or pieces are like the Valuka. Okay, next बड़े बड़े श्लोक है सरभ सरसवद विसारी तूर्य प्रतिरव पूरित लोकपाल लोक रणगिरिरय मुग्र पक्ष दक्ष प्रति श्रुति वृत्त इवांबरे युगान्ते. I have not understood anything. Such a toughest of the things. So, sarabhasa rasavat visari turya pratirava purita lokapala lokaha. See, the Yuddha is happening in this place, in that Bhumi, in that Bharatavarsha, in that Brahma. And to that Bhumandala, the four directions are there. The Chaturlokas. And in that, the Lokapalas are there. Of those Lokapalas, the Lokapala Lokas are there. So, what I said here is the Rabhasa, the sound disturbance of various types, the grosser sounds and the subtle vibrations, thought vibrations, we can imagine if we can understand. They have spread even to the Lokapala Lokas, and from there the resound is coming. Sa Rabhasa. Sa means along with. Rabhasa means the sound disturbance. Sa Rabhasa Rasavat. Sa Rabhasa Rasavat. It is like that sound is Rasavat Visari. It has spread Turya Pratirava. That variety of the sounds. They are Prasarita. After what? Purita Lokapala Loka. So the various sounds have filled even the Lokapala Lokas. Like sometimes when any blast occurs, For 1, 2, 3 kilometers, the sound is heard. And when the uh, clouds dash each other and then the thunders happen during rainy season, वो तो होंगे 20 किलोमीटर ऊपर, बट इट अपियर्स लाइक आपके पड़ोस में और है ढाम ढाम कर. और ड्यूरिंग एनी ऑफ दिस दीपावली फटाके वो भी बड़ा साउंड, और एनी ऑफ दिस सायरन, or sometime the aircraft going in 10 kilometers above साउंड. आजकल थोड़ा क्या साइलेंसर लगाए होंगे, आई डोंट नो, थोड़ा विमानों का आवाज कम हुआ, बट दोज डेज इतना साउंड. एंड द ट्रेन्स, the what is it, which were run by the coal, uh, they used to make lot of sound. Now electrical trains reduce the sound. हमने सब सुना ना, कभी कभी जहाज गोइंग इन दैट ओशन कमिंग टुवर्ड्स द बैंक्स, इट मेक्स द साउंड, सबको सुना है. और एनी ऑफ द कंपनी फैक्ट्री साइरन्स, दे आर हर्ड फॉर 20-30 kilometers. I give you examples. So that sound has gone into Lokapala Loka. Sarabasa Rasabad Visari Turya Pratirava Purita Lokapala Lokaha. Then Ranagiri Rayam Ugra Paksha Daksha Pratisruti Vrutta Ivambare Yugante. Okay, interesting. Okay, this Yuddha is compared with the a Parvata. Parvatas in past days used to have the wings. So Yuddha is a Parvata with wings, and two wings are two sides of this army, the opponents both. So this entire Yuddha Parvata Pakshi is as if Ranagiri. Ranagiri means Yuddha Parvata. Rayam means with speed. Ugra Paksha Daksha Pratisruti. It has got both the Pakshas which are Ugra. Vruttaiva Ambare Yugante. It is as if wanting to fly in the sky and go, like a mountains want to fly and save themselves during Yuganta. कल्पांत में युगांत में पहाड़ हवा में उड़ने लगते हैं अपने आप को बचाने के लिए. So like that it is. Very interesting. Means when we read all the Purana Itihasa many times, then the Srishti right from the beginning, how it was, those descriptions we come to know. Then these things are not surprise or ashcharya to us. These descriptions. Ranagiri, Rayam, Ugra, Paksha, Daksha, Prati, Shruti, Vruttaiva, Ambare, Yugante. तो युगांत में अंबर में उड़ने वाला पहाड़ की तरह ये है. Means what? The Yuddha is happening in such a way that they want to finish each other completely. Like in the Pralaya, everything gets dissolved. That is the description. Okay. Next, last but one sloka of this Sarga. Ha ha dhik pravikata kankata anana udyat prodina prakata tadit chata prataptaha क्रेंकार स्फुरित गुण ईरिता रणंतो नाराचाह शिखर शिलाग्र गणम वहंती. So the Yodhas are saying, ha ha dik pravikata kankatananodhyat prodina prakata tadit chata prataptaha krenkara surita gunerita rananto narachaha shikar shilagra ganam vahanti. Ha ha. So those whose arrows, okay, have not fulfilled their mission, they are saying that we have shot the arrows, they went and hit the enemies, but the enemies were wearing the kavacha, so these arrows could not do anything to those enemies, and these arrows taking a turn after hitting those, what do you call, the Sainya kavacha, going again in their speed, hitting the mountains and falling there. So ha ha dhikkar ho. Hare Rama, it wasted. What is that? Pravikata Kankata. Pravikata Kankata means a terrible, the Kankatas, the Kavachas of the enemies. Anana Udyat, going and touching. Pra Uddina Prakata Tadit Ichata Tadit Chata Pratapta. Our arrows have gone and hit that most terrible, strongest kavachas of the enemies. Krenkara Spurita Guna Irita. When we sent from here, they made that Krenkara sound. After hitting that Kavachas, they make that Krenkara sound. Then Naracha means the arrows, Shikar Shilagra Ganam Vahat. वहां से मिस्ड गाइड होकर they are going and hitting the Shikari Shilagra Ganam. Or the Sainya themselves are like Shikari Shilagra Ganam, their kavachas, that our arrows are hitting them with all the sound, but ineffective. Some of the Sainya of both sides, whosever arrows have not yielded the result, they are feeling that frustration. है ना? Like cricket में, टेस्ट मैच में, if the pitch is batting friendly, कितने भी बॉल कैसे भी डालो डालो, स्पिन हो, स्लो, फास्ट, गोइंग ऑन हिटिंग बाउंड्रीज ओनली, कोई आउट ही नहीं हो रहा मानो. These bowling fellows get so fed up. यार जल्दी दिन खत्म हो जाए, like that. Isn't it? So it's all getting wasted. That is how some of them are talking to each other, telling about the failure that their arrows could not break open the kavachas and kill the enemies aiming at whom we were shooting the arrows. And then, having hit them, the kavachas, like lightning and like the fire sparks, these arrows are again coming and going and hitting the big big boulders. लग गया, उसे डायरेक्शन लेकर hitting the mountains. हाँ, which is not new in modern day cinemas. Through the graphic designing, you can see when the villain shoots the bullet to the hero puts the hand, that's all. Bullet become two and kills two villains. Or he'll throw a blade. Blade will make the bullet two. It will go hit that fellow, that he is safe. क्या आपको ही आता है क्या? Even in Ramayana it is there. Then last one, छिन्नेच्छाचमिति न यावदङ्गभङ्गम् कुर्वन्त्युज्ज्वलदलनोज्ज्वलाः पृषत्काः तावत् द्राग धृतम् इत एहि मित्र यामो यामोऽयं प्रवहति वासरश्चतुर्थः. See, छिन्न इच्छा अच्छम इति न यावत् अंगभंगम कुर्वन्ति उज्ज्वल दलन उज्ज्वलाः पृषत्काः. The prushotkaha, the terrible arrows of the enemies, coming like the fire with the desire of doing the angabhanga of us. Before those arrows come and touch and break our limbs and pierce us, tavat, before that, dhrutam ita ehi mitra, oh my dear friend, chalo, let us run away from this yuddha somewhere else. Yamo yamo ayam pravati vasara chaturtaha. So this is like the end of the day. These arrows are coming to end our lives. Before they come and hit us, let us run away. So some of them युद्ध करके करके थक गए होंगे. They have understood the consequence that the others are becoming more and powerful. Isn't it? So let us run away. Like in some big fightings, terrible ones like boxing or wrestling में, the knockout punch when दे देता है वो, the other fellow gives it up. No, I cannot now. Fight, it's over. Here also, this one is saying to the other one, hey Mitra, you come, let us run away. Before that, terrible arrows pierce and do the anga bhanga. So, chinna ichha acham iti. Na yavat anga bhangam kurvanti ujjvala dalana ujjvalaha prashatkaha. Yavat tavad drag drutam ita ehi mitra. Yamo yamo ayam pravahati vasaras chaturtaha. ये तो मृत्यु का ही समान है. The arrows from the enemies, let us run. And remember, both of them will feel. In each of the sainya, the very powerful ones. When this powerful one is hitting, the one whom is targeting, they are saying like, और इधर भी शक्तिशाली है. जब ये उनको मारते हैं वो लोग, like when Ravana or Kumbhakarna or Indrajit were doing yuddha, Vanaras to ran away only. Diwali and Sugriva and Hanuman had to request them, अरे रुक रे बाबा, राम जी है, हो जाएगा कुछ. Because some Vanaras at one point of saturation, they will have the love for the life, fear of death, so they want to run away. Everywhere like this, like you sit in the class with full interest for 10 minutes, आफ्टर दैट सम इम्पोर्टेंट वर्क विल कम, या निद्रा विल कम, या भूख लगती है, या प्यास लगती है, या क्लास समझ में नहीं आ रहा. कितने हजार रीजंस यू हैव टू लीव दिस एंड गो. डू यू थिंक आई डोंट नो और व्हाट? And then from here, when Rama is shooting arrows, Lakshmana is shooting the arrows, all Vanaras throwing big, big boulders and trees on the Rakshasa, dear Rai, yaar, Maha Pralaya Kal aaya hai. He's all like Yama only, they are killing us, let us run away. From Rakshasas ran away. So here also, some of them are saying that is heard by Vaashishtha ji as well as, you know, Valmiki ji, Leela, so Saraswati ji. So they are all narrating, writing, and we are reading it. Iti, in this way, Arshe Vaasishta Maha Ramayane वाल्मीकिये उत्पत्ति प्रकरणे रण प्रेक्षक जन उक्ति वर्णन नाम चतुस्त्रिंशः सर्गः. This is how the 34th sarga, in which the ukti of the Rana Prekshaka Jana, either they are participating or watching their comments, some of them giving an idea further left to our imagination. To a good extent, the data was given. Further, you can build in your own mind unsaid things. Now the next sarga is Ranavarnanam itself. Oh, ये तो और भी भयंकर होगा. Then Janapada Varnanam. When the Ayudhas are over, they mutually fight with each other without the Ayudhas. That's a big sarga. Then Janapada Jaya Jaya Varnanam. So who got victory, who got defeat, uska bhi Varnan. ये चलता ही रहेगा for next 7-8 sargas. Let us listen. So from every of these shlokas topics along with literal meaning, little of the wisdom coming to open up our intellects for some information based on which again we will awaken our viveka, then we become vairagi towards the world, we become mumukshu towards the Lord. And our another job is to pray for the wisdom to prevail in the universe all the time so that there are no such quarrels or yuddhas at the micro level of two beings or at the macro level of two states or nations or continents or even worlds. ना युद्ध नहीं होना चाहिए. युद्ध हमेशा सर्वनाश के लिए होता. Okay? And even one person starts becoming negative, it becomes a seed for the yuddha tomorrow. Because he will gather the people like him, he will misguide them, then more and more dushta will grow, then they try to trouble others. Then to some time they will tolerate the others. Then when it comes to the question of Atma Rakshana, self-survival, they have to retaliate. Isn't it? That's how it happens. And the Swartha Dushta Gunas will continue as long as we have the Upadhi Tadat. That will continue till we are considering ourselves to be Jiva. That will continue till we have Avidya. And that will go when we have Vidya. That I am Brahman, everybody is Brahman. Therefore, only in the realization of Brahmasmi by every beings that all these terrible yuddhas can be transcended. Therefore, let everybody become Tattvajnani. True it is. Whether it is practical or not, when will it happen? God knows. But the fact is fact. At least we can eject out of the Bhayankara Bahya Yuddha Antaranga Samsara Yuddha by stationing at the selfhood, self level. Right, let us do the chanting of this 35th Sarga today. Study Kalkaring. Om Sri Ramachandra Parabrahmane Namaha. Sri Vaashishtha Maharamayana Shastram Trutiya Utpatthi Prakaranam Leelopakhyanam Ranavarnanam Nama Panchatrinshatitama Sargaha Shri Vaashishtha Uvacha Atha Prodayanodyukta Turangamatarangaha Uttanda Ivonmattaha बभूव शरणार्णवः छत्रडिण्डीरविश्रान्त सितेषु शफरोत्करः अश्वसैन्योल्लसल्लोल कल्लोलाकुलकोटरः नानायुधनदीनीत सैन्यावर्तविवृत्तिमान् मत्तहस्तिघटापीठ चलाचलकुलाचलः कचच्छक्रकथावर्त वृत्तिभ्रान्तिशिरस्तृणः धूली जलधरा पीत भ्रमत्खड्ग प्रभाजलः मकरव्यूह विस्तार भग्ना भग्न भटौ घनौ महागुडुगुडावर्त प्रतिश्रुत घनकन्दरः मीनव्यूह विनिष्क्रान्त शरबीजौ घन सर्षभः हेति वीचीवरालून पताका वीचिमण्डलः शस्त्रवारिकृताम्भोद सदृशावर्तकुण्डलः संरम्भघनसञ्चार सेनातिमितिमिङ्गलः कृष्णाय सपरिधान बलसेनाम्बुभीषणः कबन्धावर्तलेखान्त वेकान्तर्बद्धसैन्यादिभूषणः शरसीकरनिहार सान्धकारककुग्गणः निर्घोषाशोषिताशेष शब्दैकघनघुङ्घुमः पतनोत्पतनव्यग्र शिरः सकलसीकरः आवर्तचक्रव्यूहेषु प्रभ्रमद्भटकाष्ठकः कष्टटाङ्कारकोदण्ड कुण्डलोन्मथनोद्भटः आशङ्कमेव अशङ्कमेव पातालात् इवोद्यत्सैनिकोर्मिमान् गमागमपरानन्त पताकाच्छत्रफेनिलः वहद् रक्तनदीरंहः प्रोह्यमानरथद्रुमः गजप्रतिमसम्पन्न महारुधिरबुद्बुदः सैन्यप्रवाहविचलत् हयहस्ति जलेचरः ससङ्ग्रामोऽम्बरग्राम इवाश्चर्यकरो नृणाम् अभूत् प्रलयभूकम्प कम्पिताचलचञ्चलः तरत्तरङ्गविहगः पतत्करिघटातटः तप्तभीरुमृगानीक स्फूर्जद्घुरघुरारवः सरच्छरालीशलभ शतभङ्गुरसैनिकः तरत्तुरङ्गशरभः शरभारवनावनिः चलद्विरेफनिर्भ्रातो रसत्तूर्यगुहा गुरुः चिरात् ससैन्यजलदो लुठद्भटमृगाधिपः प्रसरद्धूलिजलदो विगलत्सैन्यसानुमान् पतद्रथवराढ्याङ्गः प्रतपत्खड्गमण्डलः. I have no energy, therefore I am chanting it like. Otherwise, this should be chanted like really a yuddha happening. Because it's the Varnana of the yuddha. We are doing in our Anushchup Chanda, whether we chant Bhayankara Yuddha of Yoga Vaasishta Ramayana or a Tattva Jnana of Gita, same crying tune we have. Because दिमाग नहीं है हमको. सही दिमाग है तो it should be chanted like युद्ध. प्रोत्पत पतत पुष्पौगः पताका छत्रवारिदः वहद् रक्त नदी पूरा वतत् सारावहरणः सोभूत समर कल्पान्तो जगत् कवलनाकुलः पर्यस्तन ध्वज छत्र पताका रथपत्तनः पतत् विमल हेत्यौग भूरि भास्कर भास्करः कठिन प्राण संताप तापिता किल मानस. It should be like that. And I like you have the chanting of Vishwarupa Darshana. It should have its own taste. In every shloka, the scene changes, the tune should change. Or when you chant like the wonderful Mahishasura Mardini Stotra, it is not very crying in one. It is different tunes with different sceneries. When a soft shlokas are there, soft. When the powerful shlokas are there, powerful. ऐगिरि नंदिनि नंदित मेदिनि विश्व विनोदिनि नंदिनुते गिरिवर विंध्य शिरोदिनि वासिनि विष्णु विलासिनि जिष्णुनुते. It's all prema and bhakti. भगवती एषिति कंठ कुटुंबिनि भूरि कुटुंबिनि भूरि कृते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते. The mother with her family, with her blessings, in a most loving manner is that shloka. Another shloka, Aishata Khanda Vikhandita Shunda Vitundita Runda Bhatadipate Nijabuja Danda Nipatita Khanda Vipatita Ripuga Jaganda Vitarana Chanda Prada Murugadipate Jaya Jaya He Mahishas. That is different one. Then कमल दलामल कोमल कांति कलाकलितामल भाललते सकल विलास कला निलय क्रम केलि चलत कलहंस कुले हलिकुल संकुल कुवलय मंडल मौलि मिलत भकुलालि कुले जय जय हे महिषासुर मर्दिनि रम्य कपर्दिनि शैलसुते. and that meaning is different, the tune should be different. Different. Natita natartha nati natanayaka natita natya suganarate. That is different. Sahita mahahava malla matallika mallitarallaka mallarate virachita vallika pallika mallika bhillika bhillika varga vrute sitakruta fulli samulla sitaruna thallaja pallava sallalite jaya jaya he mahishasuramardini. And the last one, Hai Mai Dina Dayalutaya Krupayaiva Tvaya Bhavitavyamume. Hai Jagato Janani Krupayasi Yathasi Bhavasi Dharase. How beautiful, oh Mother, you are the all compassionate one. I am surrendering at your feet. If not to your feet, where will I go? If not you, who will protect me? Each of the mantra different. You should know it. Everywhere in Gita. First chapter, it is different tune. Vishada. Second is the Gambhira Jnana. Third one, the Karma. From the slumber lethargy, Arjuna is woken up to act. In the fourth act, he was woken up to act with wisdom. In the fifth one, he is made to act without acting. In the sixth one, he is taken into the meditational mood. In the seventh one, is introduced about the divine. In the eighth one, it is extended. In the ninth one, is shown theoretically everything is Lord. In the 10th one is made to practice. In the 11th one, physically is shown. As a result of all that, in the 12th one, now you are fit to understand what is devotion. Once devotion is over, now I will teach you how one Lord is pervading all the multiplicity. So let us do the Vibhaga Yogas. Everything, when you read Mahabharata, Adi Parva, Sabha Parva, Aranya Parva, each of them have different flavor. In Bhagavata, each of the skanda, you should know all that. So here also, like in Ramayana, Balakanda different taste. Ayodhya Kanda, Aranya Kanda, Kishkindha Kanda, then Sundara Kanda, Yuddha Kanda, Uttara Kanda. ठीक है भैया अब यहाँ भी सोभूत समर कल्पांतो जगत कवलनाकुल पर्यस्तन ध्वज छत्र पताकारत पत्तन पत विमल हेत्यौग भूरि भास्कर भास्कर कठिन प्राण संतापतापिता किल मानसा कोदंड पुष्करावर्त शरधार निरंतर वहत खड्ग शिलालेख विद्युत वलयितांबर उच्छिन्न रक्त जलधिपति जलधिपति ते भकुलाचल नभो विकीर्ण निपतत युक्तारकणधारक चक्रकुल्याम्बुदावर्त पूर्णव्योमशिराम्बुदः अस्त्रकल्पाग्निर्दग्ध सैन्यलोकान्तरक्रमः हेतिवर्षाशनिच्छन्न भूतलामलभूधरः गजराजगिरिव्रात पातपिष्टजनप्रजः जनव्रजः शरधाराघनानीक मेघच्छन्न महीनभाः महानीकार्णवक्षोभ सङ्घटघटिताद्रवः व्याप्त उग्रानिलोद्धूतैर्जलव्यालैरिवाचलः अन्योन्यदलनव्यग्रैः शस्त्रोत्पातैवोत्थितैः शूलासि चक्रशरशक्तिगदाभुषुण्डै प्रासादया विदलनेन मिथोध्वनन्तः दीप्ता अदुर्दश दिशः शतोभ्रमन्तः शतशोभ्रमन्तः कल्पान्तवातपरिवृत्तपदार्थलीलाम् इत्यार्षे श्रीमद् श्री रामायण इत्यार्षे श्री वासिष्ठ महारामायणे वाल्मीकि उत्पत्ति प्रकरणे रणवर्णनं नाम पंचत्रिंशः सर्गाः. What is the meaning of it? Small sarga of 27 shlokas. Maybe in 2 days we will see tomorrow. Our shastras, each one beautiful. Upanishads, the chanting of them is in a different deep meditative mode. And the Bhakti Shastras, they are in that mode. So too in the Bhajana Kirtan also, each bhajana, there are the आरती से गाने वाले भजन, there are some with inspiration bhajans, some with gratitude, some soaked in devotion. Enjoy that. Om Sarvam Sri Ramarpanam Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnam Adaya Purnameva Avashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Tatsat Brahmarpanamastu. Please join. Let us study Lagu Vakyavrate 1 or 2 mantras.